Hi, I'm Jen G, and this is my beautiful co-host,
Jen G.
And together we are known as
the Blazy Jays. We're coming to you from the blazing, the bustling, metropolis-like village of Hatch, New Mexico. We are in the southern part of New Mexico where cannabis is legal both recreationally and medically, and we plan to cover a lot of the scene in southern New Mexico, the dispensaries, the events, the shops.
We want to bring you guys, we want to destigmatize this whole thing where people think that marijuana is some type of gateway drug and it's it's going to lead you to other drugs and things like this, where it's not a fact, it's not true, it's scientifically proven that it is not true. We're not only going to do that, we plan to take you guys on road trips. We want to take you guys, we want to bring you guys a lot of proper education. We have some amazing guests lined up. We want to take you into local dispensaries. We want to take you all over Southwest. We want to take you everywhere. Trust us. We want this to be the biggest thing you guys have ever had, because guess what? This is the first one that you guys will have ever had, period, in this area, ever. You will be able to see us on Jennine.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all of the major podcast forums. And
also, I believe we're going to be on Patreon, Twitch, YouTube. We're gonna go anywhere they'll let us, basically, because we're gonna bring you topics like mental health, infusion. We're gonna bring on special guests. We're gonna bring on professionals. We're gonna take you again on road trips into actual cannabis grow houses, things like that.
There's going to be entertainment and people in the music industry, and there's so much going on in southern New Mexico, and there's just not anybody covering this yet.
Yeah.
So we decided we needed to start this podcast so we could inform everybody of what's going on in our area. Arizona has legal also. Nevada. There's a lot of areas around here that
Arkansas, I believe,
we would love to, expand and compare. And I want to see what, New Mexico weed is like compared to Arizona weed, compared to California weed.
We already know that we have the best green chili. Don't even go there, Colorado. But
sorry, Colorado.
Don't you go there with the other green chili. We're coming to you from the original capital, okay? The original green chili capital. The right green chili, okay? The other green chili, rather. I'm not going to say the right green chili because we know what's up.
Yes, at Hatch, we're not just green chilies.
And we will bring on guests. We are going to cover topics like LGBTQ+. We are going to bring you topics like men's mental health, because that is very important. Women's mental health, which is also important. Mental health in general.
Parenting issues. We are not...
Yes.
Young girls. I am a mother. Jen is a mother. That's part of the destigmatizing of this.
Yes.
We are both mothers with, successful children.
Wonderful children.
We have great kids. We have productive lives. We're not the stereotypical potheads that they used to think of in movies.
I kind of was back in the day. I will admit that. Then I realized, you know what? When I quit smoking, I realized my body fell apart, and so did my mental health. And then when I started smoking again, I'm like, wait a minute, this really helps me. I need to use it. And my mom didn't understand, and she did not understand until one of my family members was addicted to opiates, and I got him turned on to medical marijuana. And this is like when it was first coming out, and everybody was like selling it for like $75 a gram. They're like, here you go. They're giving it like you're getting like little nugs like this, and like $75, and you're like, fuck and I'm gonna buy it because it's some good stuff. Pardon my French, y'all. I do curse. I'm sorry.
There is going to be a lot of cussing. This is an
Yeah.
adult-focused podcast.
Yes,
Please,
yes.
21 and over, recreational,
Yes,
medical
there will be
is
smoking.
18 and older.
There will be smoking.
There
will be
is
testing.
about to be smoking. We are
Yes.
about to start. This comes from the Monster House Dispensary in Las Cruces. We're going to
Yes.
light up some Komodo Dragon.
Yes.
There is going to be smoking on our episodes. We will give you our reviews on the strains, and I'm going to light this one up.
Let's do it. What strain does it say on there? Like what? I believe it does. Like it's sativa. It's
Komodo Dragon.
I usually get for my ailments. I am a medical card holder.
As am I.
I have. We are recreational legal.
It is a hybrid.
It's a hybrid, but I think it is more targeted towards kind of like my pains. I do have fibromyalgia. I have endometriosis. I suffer from polycystic ovarian syndrome, severe upper bilateral carpal tunnel syndrome, sciatica,
I have anxiety.
anxiety, depression. You know, I have, and
Depression.
I'm going through some things right now. PTSD. Severe PTSD, actually.
I've had issues after a car accident that I was in earlier this year. Cannabis has certainly helped with the pain. The pain, the muscle aches, the cramping with that. We plan to go into the medical benefits with cannabis, the mental health, the emotional, physical health. There are a lot of benefits to this.
And you don't have to smoke it. You can wear it on your body if you're hurting. You can eat it. There are edibles. They're pretty damn good, if I say so myself. And their edibles aren't, for me, they're nothing. Like I don't know. I'm like, I'm crazy. I'm next level. To me, we're gonna have Sativa Diva hopefully on our show here pretty soon. Miss Sativa Diva herself. If y'all don't know her, look her up. I'm sure she's somewhere on Instagram, Facebook. Look her up. Gonna have her on our Thanksgiving special.
Yes.
Hopefully.
We wanna have some
Infused.
education on, even just what's the difference with dabbing and flower and vapes and
Speaking of vapes, I want to touch a topic on parents and education.
Yes.
There are these vapes going around, and they say cookies, and they say this and that, and I heard that the U.S. is trying to ban these things from coming into the United States, and I hope they do, because I hear that there are some that are they're counterfeit, they're going around, and they have fentanyl in them, and those things can leak, and it doesn't matter if you're wearing it on your body, that sucker's going to absorb into your skin, your baby's skin, and it is going to kill them. So you need to be careful. You need to be aware, and you need to be knowledgeable. We want to talk about that as well, because that is a very, very, very sick and scary situation. I don't know who in their right mind would do that, but there are some sick people out there. And
there's so much to talk about. We plan on dropping weekly episodes. So we can keep you updated. We'll bring you the news regarding, events, especially in our area, Las Cruces, Hatch, Truth or Consequences, Alamogordo. We do have a road trip planned. We are going to be going to the 1912 dispensary.
Cannabis Company
in Alamogordo. Check that out. We expect to have that episode dropping soon. Jen, how long have you been?
Pause.
Battery's low.
What? Jen, how did you get started smoking cannabis?
So I didn't live here. I was living in Albuquerque at the time, and I was middle school age-ish. And to be honest, I really don't remember how I ended up at this party. I know that my parents were out of town, but I ended up at this party and we were in the backyard and I was with my sister, who was like way, way older. I don't think she even knows that I was in the backyard, to be honest. I don't think she even realized that I was there because I was there with my best friend as well at the time.
So you're outing yourself.
Basically, yeah, I'm outing myself big time. My dad knew about it. I told him before he passed away, actually. This is in 2001, so he knew about it. But I do remember we were in the backyard and there was like a big group of us, and I did look older, to be honest, but I was like middle school age-ish, and before I knew it, they just handed it to me, and I was like, what the hell do I do with this? And my friend's like, just smoke it like it's a cigarette. And I'm like, well, how do you smoke a cigarette? And she's like, don't be stupid, just smoke it. She'll just smoke it. And I'm like, she'll just like you're breathing in air. I didn't even, it was like so stupid. So I was like, and oh my god. Abba Zaba, you my only friend. I don't remember anything after that. I don't even remember getting home.
Wow.
How did you get started smoking, to be honest? Like, what age were you in?
I have a really funny story. The first time that I smoked, I was 14. My high school at that time, my boyfriend and I had ditched school to get high. We had a whole plan. We ditched school. Had my house ready. We had a frozen pizza in the oven. We had the window open. We had just lit up and we're smoking. And then all of a sudden, because my bedroom backed right up to the garage, all of a sudden you could hear the garage door open. You could hear that hum. And my dad came home early. And so we are high at this point. And our genius intellect, we decide we're going to hide underneath my bed with the joint in the window, like lit like this, smoking. We hide under the bed, the light is on in my room, and like I said, the frozen pizza in the oven. And we pull the blanket to kind of tuck us in underneath the bed. He walks into my room, and he says, guys, I know you're in here. Come out. So we finally come out, and I mean, I was so high. I mean, I was 14. I was itty bitty. I was so high. And he sat us down, and he lectured us for at least an hour, like a straight-faced lecture. And I laughed the entire time. I couldn't stop laughing. In my head, I was thinking, this is not funny. And I couldn't stop laughing, and no, he did. I don't know how he kept a straight face, but he lectured the whole time, and then finally when he was done, he let us eat the pizza. He knew we had the munchies.
What about the pizza?
Yeah, no, he let us eat the pizza. He knew we had the munchies.
Don't tell me that the pizza burned.
No burn pizza. We got that. So, I mean, that was 14. That was a one-time thing. I think maybe over the years, once or twice here or there, I had smoked. But I didn't smoke. I wouldn't have considered myself a smoker until New Mexico legalized it. On that very first day, wow. April 1st, 2022 last year? Yeah, I went to a dispensary in Albuquerque and bought some, and I have smoked just about every single day ever since.
Wow.
And
that's crazy.
Yeah, because
I became a card holder. I don't remember. I can't remember when, to be honest with you, but it was quite some time ago I became a card holder for my PTSD. And then, but I had been a smoker regularly way long before that. I mean, way long. It was of course illegal or whatever. And I remember vividly when I quit, my body just completely fell apart. And I remember I even kind of walk with like a bit of a limp to this day. And I didn't notice that until one day I was working, I was walking on the treadmill, and I noticed I was like, I had a bit of a limp. And they noticed that I just had like nerve damage and just all kinds of things. There was just problems wrong with me. And, but the marijuana, I took a dab. I actually took a dab. I remember walking into my friend Melissa Loomis's, which we will have her on the program. And they were like, "You want to take a dab?" And I was like, "Sure." And oh my goodness, that was the first one I'd ever taken in my life. And I limped in there, and I literally skipped out of that house.
I was gonna say you probably stood up straight and
I skipped out of there.
danced out. Yeah.
I remember, and ironically, it was the day I got married. The day I got married, that I got the pain in my ass. Like, I ended up in the ER, like with all kinds of shots, like in my ass. Like, my luck that I ended up in the ER full of like Marine nurses, and they were like jabbing these needles.
Oh gosh.
Of pain meds that were doing nothing, absolutely nothing to me, and medical marijuana. One dab.
Yeah.
Took it away. It's just like, I'm just here burning this for nothing. I'm so sorry. Parker, you're sitting on the grass.
I have, since I've been smoking, like I said, since it became legal last year, I have drastically cut down on drinking. Drastically, which is wonderful. My health has improved. My anxiety has improved. I have lost weight. Yeah, it's been, I had become a total convert. I was definitely a wine mom, as awful as that was. I really wish I had been smoking before. I wish it had been legalized earlier. I think, yeah, I would have been just better person overall, and definitely cut back on the drinking. The alcoholism that is ugly.
It's a killer.
Yes, it is.
It will kill your family. It will kill your hopes. It will kill your dreams.
And I mean, now I will smoke, get high. If I get too high, I fall asleep. If I get
the
too,
munchies.
yeah. If I got
Oops.
too drunk, then I could be just horrible and annoying, and alcoholism does run in my family, so yeah. I would much rather smoke and just fall asleep if I overindulge.
Yeah. And another thing, I remember, I'm not proud of this, but back in the day, I would drink, like even as a teenager, I would drink, and I would be driving home or whatever. I remember literally driving from like Rincon, or like past Rincon, or like from some random arroyo, and driving my friends home, and then driving home in Garfield and waking up, and I'm like, how the hell did I wake up? Like, where's my car? Like, oh my god, and my car.
Like, how did I get here?
My car's parked on the other side of the pecan tree where we lived at, and I'm like, where? Oh my god, and I'm wearing pajamas that I haven't worn since I was 12 years old, and I'm laying on my bed in an awkward position, and I'm going, what the hell? And I'm thinking, God, I hope I didn't kill anybody, and no, like looking at, like, listening to the news, and but if I were just high, and something like even just a shadow like freaked me out, boom, there went my high. I wasn't about to, like, you know what I mean, like any little shadow or thing was just like, boom, there went my high. That was it. If I were driving, matter of fact, if I did not smoke, I was a worse driver. Oh my god. I was such a bad driver when I was not smoking weed. It was bad.
Oh gosh. Okay, let's try. This is also from Monster House in Las Cruces. This one is Planet of the Grapes. That is funny. It says it's got 27% THC and it's a hybrid. Planet of the Grapes.
In our next episode, we will introduce to you someone who will bring to you the knowledge. He is actually a graduate of THC University, certified in 5 different states. He knows what he's talking about. He can break down the terpenes, THC. He can break down the weed science to you that I obviously cannot. I cannot.
This one is really interesting. That tastes like pepper and jalapeno, or that is like really interesting tasting strain.
There will be some coughing throughout this. I'm asthmatic. I know. Unlike my mother, no, it does not make it worse. It actually loosens up the phlegm, which makes it better because it's loosening up the phlegm. Thank you very much. Pretty euphoric, I would say. I would feel not euphoric, but my body feels like pretty damn good. Like it feels great, to be honest. Not great, but it. You know what I mean? It feels too manageable. The pain is manageable to where I wouldn't have to take meds.
Yeah,
which is the important part. Like,
yes.
I feel like I need a jacket or whatever, but your house is always cold. Your house is always cold. Yes,
It is
blankets
cold.
everywhere.
That's why there are blankets everywhere.
This is my favorite.
Yes, let's
go
just go
Steelers.
ahead.
Let's
We are
go
both
Steelers.
huge Steelers fans, so
Steel City.
that will definitely be discussed on a future
yes,
episode.
Yes, it will. It most definitely will. We will have our Steel City Pride Day.
Yes, we will. But yes, this one would definitely be Blazy J's approved. It is still very enjoyable.
Yeah. And if you're using it for pain, fibromyalgia, PCOS, endo, definitely I would use it. That is why I am using it. PTSD.
I've noticed, yeah, even with my back and my neck that I've had issues with since the accident.
Yeah.
Where I kind of feel like everything's relaxed right now. So
Yeah.
the euphoric.
Yes.
Yeah, the euphoric high that you said.
Yeah.
Yes, I like
It
that.
is a kind of like a head high too. I definitely feel a bit of a head high.
We are not, at this point, we do not have any sponsors. We are not at all affiliated with any of the places that we have mentioned today or any of the dispensaries, the items we have out here. This is purely everything that we've bought. We just are showing our support. We plan to continue that. We would like to be able to highlight maybe a different dispensary for every episode is kind of the goal. That way we want to be able to go around to all of the local dispensaries here and find out what makes them unique, what's special about them, what do they have to offer, and give them a chance and give us a chance. We'll, go and buy some bud and try it out and give everybody a review also.
There's one thing that I noticed and that you noticed as well is that when you drive around, you're driving around in Las Cruces or even in Truth or Consequences and now probably even in Hatch pretty soon. You're driving around and you don't even know it. And there are dispensaries everywhere. But you are so used to going to one specific dispensary and you don't realize that there's this brand new dispensary downtown and they carry this specific strain that you could use for whatever ails you, whatever would help your mental health, whatever would help you, your body, whatever helps XYZ. And, it could be what the doctor ordered. And now it's recreational, which is great. And that's what we need to inform people with. And like I said, it's not just smoking. You don't have to smoke it. You can enjoy edibles. You can wear it. They make lip balms. You'd be amazed. You will be amazed because we're going to take you into dispensaries. We are going to take you into grow houses. We are going to take you all over the place. I wish we could take you into the four corners, but we would be breaking the laws in 4 different states. Remember I told you?
That'll be
I
the
said
one
that
place
would
we
be so
don't get to take you.
illegal. Damn, that would be fun. That would be dope.
But there
Literally
are
dope.
so many dispensaries, and we know they've all got stuff to offer. So we want to be able to go in and check them out and bring some attention to what
Free
they might have to offer.
advertisement too. Free advertisement.
We want to support the local scene. We are so happy with legalization, and there are events coming up. There is a cannabis crawl in Las Cruces coming up. We want to find out about events like that and just really help out the scene. California, Arizona, they have big, huge events with tons of vendors and sponsors, and we really want to be able to bring that to New Mexico, and specifically, southern New Mexico where we're at. So
southern New Mexico actually does have a few events. One that I know of specifically.
We're definitely building a scene here, and that's absolutely part of this podcast. Mm-hmm. We want to be able to contribute to that and highlight that.
Yeah.
It's definitely
I believe we became legal after 420, didn't it? Wasn't it like 430 when it became legal?
It was on April 1st.
Oh, April 1st.
Yes, it was on April Fool's Day.
Okay, my bad.
But it was close.
How did I not know that? Because I knew when it became medically legal. I'm like,
there's
I checked some people on Facebook on it even. I was like, oh, no.
Again, not a sponsorship or anything, but there is that haunted cannabis crawl that
also sponsored by Monster House, I believe.
I think they're part of it.
I asked the girl, and I think they're like sponsoring it, or they're part of. They're part of it, maybe part of it.
We're gonna try and check that out. So there are.
We going.
There are so many things going on. So yeah, there are gonna be a lot of things that we can talk about.
As of our drop date, you may see things later, possibly, because we're, a little under.
We're potheads. Things might be a little bit slow.
We're moms. We're busy. We have other lives. We have things going on. We're multitaskers. So,
I have a full-time job, and I am also a part-time college student. So we do plan on, like I said earlier, the weekly drops. We want to keep this going. There's going to be so much.
We hope you'll support us because we are literally the only podcast in New Mexico that I know of, and definitely in southern New Mexico. And we hope you'll support us. We hope you'll listen to us. And no sponsorship, but the Monster Crawl's coming up, and we're going to be taking you to that. That will be one road trip. That'll be more like a field trip.
Yes.
Field trip. That'll be a field trip. Road trip will be when we go to the 1912 Cannabis Company in Alamogordo, New Mexico, owned by Gabe Arguez and Josh. Sadly, I don't remember his last name, or I don't have his last name.
We'll update when we're there.
Yeah, I don't have his last name. I don't have his last name. They didn't give it to me. But anyways,
we hope to keep this going, and that we'll get some support. Yeah. We can help support the local scene out here, the dispensaries, the small businesses, the growers. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with this. Thank you, guys. Thank you for checking out this episode of the Blazy J's podcast. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out our socials for sneak peeks of the places and events we'll be checking out next. Until next time, stay lifted and blaze responsibly.